Lovies, this is Michelle here at Life Mantra Tarot. I hope that you guys are all doing great on this Wednesday evening. Um, we have made it to Hump Day. So yeah, I do hope that you guys have been doing well so far for the work week and all that good stuff. Um, so as you guys, well, let me first do my other part of my intro. First off, those of you who are new, who end up watching later or who end up tapping in. Thank you for being here. And if you like what you see here, definitely hit that subscribe button, notification bell, all that good stuff so that we could be tapped in and, you could be here when I do these type of readings or collective readings, so on and so forth, because you do get a little bit of a mixed bag here on this channel. So a little bit of everything to help on different parts of your journey and stuff like that. And then I also do stuff like this where I try to give back to my peoples. And those of you who have been here for a bit, welcome back, and I greatly appreciate the continued support. So with all that said, prior to this, I did do a collective message. It was messages from the higher self, which was a quite interesting reading. I didn't know where it was going to go. It was quite interesting though, because of the fact that I was expecting for it to be super long, and it was. Excuse me. It was only about a half hour, so you might want to check that reading out. It was pretty brief, and straight to the point, and it was a good one. I also want to add that there are some people, I hope they pop in, who ended up getting access to a free 3 card spread on here because of the fact that they stayed and watched the whole thing. So, um, when they pop their heads, I will say that they're going to get precedence over other people. I will say that. Don't be upset. I'm saying it now. I will say it throughout the reading. Um, or throughout this message or whatever, because yeah. And also they there was this is something I'm gonna start doing. When you stay for the collective messages, you get a special password, and if you know what the password is, you get access to a reading. However I decide to do it. So I'm just saying. So we do have a couple of people who are here already that I'm seeing. um so I'm going to start pulling some cards. So right now we have, in terms of people who have tapped in that I can see, we have Mirjana wants to know, uh, will November be a good month? I mean, that's a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Vague? I guess that's a good word, vague. I'm gonna pull apart, but because that's very subjective, right? Like, what does good look like, right? Good to one person is gonna look different to the next, but I'm tapped into your energy, so we'll see what they say, and I'll give you some insight based on whatever pops up. All right, so let's see. Why is this like not updating? I might sign out for a second and try to come back in. I'm not sure why this is doing that. There we go. I don't know why it was doing that. It was weird. Never did that before. Alright, so let's get back to business. Will November be a good month? Explain how you're a happy hippie and you want Trump. Explain that. That makes no fucking sense. You sound like an idiot. Um, Just want your crotch grabbed. Maybe that's what makes you a hippie, right? Free spirit. Anyway, so let's see. Hi, Mr. Riley. How are you? I'm happy to see a new name slash. Can't really see your face, but I say face just like, as a general statement. All right, let's see. Ooh. So for Mirjana, I am getting that. I'm getting yes. With this Knight of Pentacles here on the bottom of the deck, it's giving me like it's been a long time coming. Like you've been waiting for something to happen, something to get better, trying to remain hopeful and positive. Let's get an actual card on the spread. But it's kind of been like just kind of being patient, right? And diligent. Yeah, look, this looks good. So if this is more like about money, Nine of Pentacles here, if this is about like financial stuff, work related stuff, it's looking pretty good. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if you're going to get like a pay increase or is this going to be a good month in general when it comes to work related stuff, but it looks pretty good. I'm definitely getting it more being like towards like, career and finance though, if that's what you're asking about. So thank you for, trusting me with your energy. So I'm going to move on to next. All right, so Chelsea wants to know, um, will her meeting with her job coach go well? God damn it. This has been happening a lot lately. It's really annoying, honestly. It's like, come on, spirit guides. Like, you guys don't have to, like, spill out all the damn cards for me to get to that one card. I could just keep shuffling. Sometimes it's like that though. Like they really want to make sure that there's a message like that's made, and they're like, "Come on." I'm like, "Come on." I don't want to have to pick up all these goddamn cards though. I mean, the sun is the only one that actually like turned upward. So I'm getting a yes, but just because I don't like when like cards like spill out too much, because that now I'm like, well, was that the card that actually was meant to come out? So I'm gonna pull again just to make sure. The sun is a great card, but yeah, so I want to make sure. I want to be on the safe side here. I will say, guys, just so you're aware, I am going to read for Arcana next because they were at the last reading and they know what the password was. So, yeah, I'm going to read them first. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, we do have the chariot. So there's like a lot of major arcana showing up. So this is looking good. It's like, it's giving me like there's going to be some type of, it's giving me possible raise or something like that. Or a lot of insight about what can get you to having a higher level of employment with the company or something that you're with. I'm getting something like that. But let's see. Like moving onward and upward type of energy. Yeah, look. Got the Knight of Wands here officially on the spread. So this looks nice. I think this looks great. So yeah, this is a part of the journey. This is a part of, maybe even having a chance to showcase some of your talents and stuff like that in the workplace. And now they're like, oh wow, yeah, Chelsea knows what the fuck they're doing. I like them. Like, it's giving me something like that. So let me know how it goes. Like once that time pops up. But it looks pretty good. So I'm wishing you luck in advance because I liked how that looked for sure. All right, so I'm going to look at Arcana's question. And they're getting a free 3-card reading because they were at the last reading and they knew what the password was. So, and I know who was there because I made sure I verified, so y'all can't just go start typing in the word and be like, oh, I was there. No, you weren't. I know who was there. It don't work like that. But let's see. So Arcana wants to know Okay, so before I even start, I will say this. I don't do time frame readings really. So what I'll do is I'll modify the reading a little bit for you because I don't do time frames. I just don't because I nobody knows what a person's gonna do. Okay, let me just start with that. Uh, Everybody has free will, so somebody could be thinking about doing something and then never actually act upon it. Based on if that were the case, based on some readings that I've had done and or have done for myself, there is an ex who I don't want to talk to, who has been plotting on how to come towards me for like 2 3 years already. Hasn't done it yet. I do know that he's been watching me at my job though, or sending other people to see if I'm at work. So it's like, but he hasn't made an actual move, and I'm happy he hasn't. But the whole point is, it's like free will, right? So I will just say that with free will being a factor here, I'm going to kind of modify the question a little bit for you, but I am going to still pull the three cards. All right, so let's do like a past, present, future kind of reading for you when it comes to Shernavis. I hope I said that name right. For our comment. Three cards spread. So, what I'm getting here is, I don't know what your relationship with this person was before, but if, let's say, if like, this is interesting. I don't know if like, verify 10 of Pentacles, so I get a little more insight there. I'm having a hard time figuring out what your relationship was in the past. I am having a difficult time with this. I don't know if you were with this person, like married type of stuff, or you lived with each other or something. I really don't know. I can't tell. If that's what it was, then it was very toxic, and I feel like you might have been the one to make a decision to say, okay, I want to remove myself from this situation. If it wasn't that, this person's finances were kind of screwed up, and they didn't feel comfortable going to, like, being around you or going towards you romantically, because of the fact that they're like, oh well, I'm not where I need to be financially, therefore I can't, go towards this person. I'm getting one of the two. I don't know which one it is, so let me know which one is making. So you never lived together. Okay, so there we go. Never lived together. I don't know if this person, maybe they like their issues. They might be having like issues with finances. Maybe they don't feel stable enough to come towards you with a stable offer. Is what I'm kind of getting. Let me know if that's making sense. So that might be one of the things that like is kind of causing a setback here. It's like, I want this person, and they pull back. It's like, wait, but I don't feel like I'm able to go towards them the way that I want to. So they might have their own like negative attachment to money type of thing. Like they feel like they can only be with somebody if they are super wealthy or well off and things like that. And it's like, you might be the one that's like, oh, I don't care about that type of stuff. And then they're the ones that's like, but I have to do, like, maybe it could be like a family thing, like, how they were brought up. I'm getting something like that maybe. Let me know if this is making sense at all. Because this one is like very interesting. It's a little confusing, in fact. But yeah, it's giving me something along those lines. But nonetheless, I do feel like right now they're feeling very conflicted about, again, how to come towards you. So I'm getting that was more like the recent past, like, finances and trying to get their life right and stuff like that, so they could come towards you, be in that right energy. And now they're just feeling very conflicted within themselves of how to come towards you, because either they feel like they're going to be rejected, or because, again, of things that they have already said in their own head of what's going on here. They're like, this person is not going to be interested in me if I don't have my shit together, basically. That's what I'm getting. And then the likely outcome is that eventually they're gonna work on shedding that kind of energy. Clarify the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. I do feel like they're going to possibly release that energy. Yeah. Maybe, not to be funny, maybe they feel like, part of it is like either they're stuck in like vanity and stuff like that, or they think that that's you. Like maybe they think you're gonna judge them, because we do have Judgment here on the bottom of the deck, and then we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So it's like I'm getting like either they're about to start kind of letting that part of themselves go, like that vanity and stuff like that. Maybe they're gonna realize, okay, well, I can't gain the person that I might want to actually build with by being vain all the time. This person isn't even thinking of me in that way, or they think that's how you view them. I'm getting one or the other. There will be success and victory possibly if they could get out of that mindset. We do have Six of Wands on top of the deck. Middle of the deck we have Four of Cups. Yeah, it's almost like they have to get over like the fear of rejection and stuff like that in order to allow for this to happen. So when they learn how to let go of the fear of rejection, not be so worried about the vanity and the vain aspects of things, that's when they're going to be able to possibly move a little bit closer towards you, because right now they're stuck in their own ways of thinking, their own vanity, so on and so forth. I hope that makes sense. I know it sounds a little bit like a little clusterfuck of words because there's a lot to say there, but that's what I picked up on, and I hope that it makes sense. Yeah, so yeah, let me know if it made sense to you. And yeah, so we're gonna move on to the next person, who is, all right, so we have Christopher. Hopefully you're still here, Christopher. Will Christopher get money soon? Again, one of those like very subjective questions, because I mean, if you're employed, for instance, you're going to get paid on Friday, right? Or Thursday. But I'm assuming that you want probably a larger sum of money or something like that. Or going through some type of financial hardship, so you're trying to figure out if there's going to be money coming towards you. I don't know. But we're going to just tap into your energy, and then you use your discernment to go from there. And I'll just give you an answer based on what pops up. So for Christopher, will they get money soon? Okay, so I don't know what's going on with you in particular. However, let's say if you have a job, right? I feel like you've been wasting wasting time at a job for a while. And you feel kind of trapped in that situation. Like you're just like, what the fuck is going to happen? When are things going to get better? I'm getting something like that so far. Yeah, I'm kind of getting like, if that kind of makes sense to you, like maybe, you kind of I'm getting like a overworked and underpaid kind of thing. Like maybe you have a part-time job, you're trying to get it to be like full-time, it's just not happening, or you're already full-time, but like the money is just not great, and you're trying to like, you know, move yourself up in the ranks, trying to get promotion, or at least a raise or something like that. I'm getting something like that. But I'm kind of sort of getting like, I think that if that makes sense so far, I'm kind of getting that like, that this place wherever you're at, if you are working currently, that it doesn't feel right. That there's really no room for growth there. It's almost like you might have to surrender and walk away, kind of throw up the white flag and say, okay, yeah, I can't stay here. And then when you decide to do that, you're going to get something that's going to be more promising, is what I'm kind of getting. Something that's going to, somewhere where they're going to recognize you for your hard work and dedication and your skill set. I'm getting something like that. and it's going to be more higher paying than wherever you are right now if you're working. Let me know if that's making sense so far. Um, that's kind of what I got, because I'm getting like you're wasting your time wherever you're at. That's what I'm getting, wasting time. But like again, like in your head about how to move about the situation is what I'm doing. So let me know if that makes sense. I hope that was helpful. So it's like it's giving me like a yes in the sense of when you leave your situation. I know you're like, okay, all I want to know is I want to get money. I already got like cussed out basically on here by giving too many details. They're like, I just want to know if I'm gonna get money. I'm like, I'm giving you insight, but you know, I never heard of a person complain about getting actual insight, almost like a reading for free. But yeah, people are crazy. You never know. But with all that said, I hope that was helpful. Um, so it's giving me like there is something coming in, but you might have to leave your situation that you're in currently in order to get it, if that makes any sense. It's almost giving me like a don't block your own blessings kind of thing, if that makes any sense. All right, so let's see. Any other questions? And for those of you who have been saying hi, hello, welcome, guys. Oh. See, that changes the whole narrative. Okay. Chris, I didn't see that question initially. It's all the way at the bottom. Because I read from the top and then I work my way down. Hmm. So it's kind of giving me, like, if that's the case, because you're asking about disability, they're basically saying, like, this like, been a long time coming, right? It's like, it's been very slow. It's like you're just kind of waiting for something to happen, right? Yeah. I put one more card for you just because like, another thing, guys, try not to do that because it messes me up. Because if you ask me one question and then you ask me another question, now I'm like, oh shit. Now which question did I pick up the energy from? Because you're in the reading and I'm reading for you. Try not to ask more than one question at the same time. Because now I'm like, oh shit. Because I don't even look at it as like it's, you know, me asking or answering two questions. It's more like you're asking questions that are within a question, if that makes any sense. Um, so even though I technically did answer, now I'm like, ooh, that might give a different insight about the answers I got. It might be saying, because I just see the Three of Pentacles, it might be like there's something in the works happening, but it's gonna take some time, right? So yeah, see, same card. Five of Swords. So it's like that card showed up before. It's giving me like there's been a lot of shit happening, and like I'm also kind of getting you might have to kind of stand up for yourself in some kind of way, especially because you're talking about disability. Clarify Five of Swords. Like I don't know, I'm getting like these weird ass messages. I can't get like a definitive answer. Yeah, it's like you might have to be the one that like goes towards this. Like if, let's say if they've been giving you the runaround, that's what I'm getting. Like if they've been getting you like giving you the runaround, you don't have to be like, nah, we ain't doing that, brother. Like yeah, you might have to be the one to go and show your face, yeah, and be like, yeah, no. Like, you're not about to sit here and gaslight me about these answers. You're going to have to give me a clear, definitive answer. And then that's when you're going to see things happen. Because I did just see the Nine of Cups. So it's like, there are things happening, but it's behind the scenes and it's slow paced. You know, a lot of just like, you know, it's giving me red tape. You know, like, they have to figure out this and that. It's like, look, I've been waiting. What the fuck's going on with my fucking, you know, whatever this is. Like, stop playing with me. I'm getting something like that. Oh man, I hope that makes sense. I mean, I hope that you get it, cause like that's wild. Because it's one of those things, it's like, especially because you asked more than one question back to back, and I feel like they're connected to each other, I'm not going to be able to get as clear of an answer because it's convoluted. Now I'm like, I don't know which answer is going to what. You know, for those of you who understand how tarot works, I'm not a I'm a psychic technically, but like, it's hard to explain. Like, I cannot tell you every fucking detail for your life. Like, it doesn't work like that. And I'm not saying that that's what you wanted, but what I'm saying is, like, that's what people expect. And it's like, oh, well, you're a psychic, you should know these things. Or, you know, you're a fake reader because it doesn't work like that. That's not how reading works. It's based on energy and then intuition from there. So when you ask more than one question in the same reading, it gets jumbled up. Because now I'm like, oh, well, was that answer technically to that question or that question? That's why I pulled cards for both. So yeah, hopefully it helps. You know, I really hope so. You know, I try to make sure that I am there for everybody the best way that I can be. Thank you, Geisha. All right, so Geisha wants to know. Will Stanley buy their products? Cool. No worries, Christopher. At all. No worries. But I just hope that what I'm trying to say is I hope that my answer made sense because I want to make sure I give you a clear answer, right? And it makes it a little bit harder for me to give you a clear answer. But let me know if it made sense, especially because, like, I'm looking on here and not so much here. So that's why I have to kind of try to, I guess maybe I could do better with switching back and forth with that and seeing, you know, that whole thing. Like if somebody is clarifying something or asking a further question or, you know, letting me know, oh yeah, that's exactly what's going on, right? I could do a little bit better with that. So that has nothing to do with you. You didn't do anything wrong. I just don't want you to think like, oh shit, like I did something bad. Like, no, you didn't. You know, there's people who like purposely like will try to get extra questions, for instance, out of a reading, and I'm like, now y'all know this is, you know, one free question, like that type of thing. So there's too many. This has been happening so much more lately. I don't understand what is happening. It's really annoying though. It's like, bro, I'm not gonna take any of them because it's like it was just too many cards. But this is for Geisha. Ooh, this looks good. Yeah, I'm getting it. Yeah, we got the sun, big time yes card. It also could represent, you know, some sense of financial abundance. So that looks good. And then we also have the Page of Swords on the bottom, which could mean that they're curious about whatever it is that you're presenting to them. So they might have been watching you for a bit and, like, you know, paying attention to your work, researching you a bit. Yeah, look, there's something coming in. The Six of Pentacles here. This looks great. Yeah, this looks good. They're watching. They're paying attention. Yeah, this is gonna be something that you've been wanting for maybe a while, or you've worked on for a long time, really, really hard. That was one of those readings where I was talking about earlier. Some of them are straight to the point. I don't have to pull a bunch of 50 million cards. Like, very straight to the point. That looks good across the whole board. So I wish you luck in advance. But it looks good. So yeah. Like that. Excuse me. All right, so we have Margaret. Now, I have more than one Margaret on here, so I want to make sure that I don't get you confused with a different Margaret. You're saying you're new, so I have to make sure that I don't get you confused with the other Margarets. There's two. Shit. Is it? Because you said that, like, you just subscribed and you're new. So that's why I'm like, wait, what? I just want to make. I want to make sure I'm not getting two different people, or am I jumbling up the messages? Because somebody just said that they're. Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. Because I think I got thrown off because you said and subscribe, or you subscribed because you're already subscribed. Okay, that's what threw me off. Because I'm like, wait, I know that name. Okay, but welcome back, Margaret. See, I'm telling you, I pay attention to my peoples, my soul tribe, the people who I look out for. Y'all look out for me, okay? I pay attention to the names. So, and even sometimes the questions, like over time, I could, especially if you guys are asking the same things all the time, I remember. But I always kind of encourage to ask about different things from time to time, because we're trying to grow, right? We don't be stuck in a stagnant energy asking about the same stuff all the time. I will say that. But let's see what Margaret is asking. So Margaret wants to know. Now that I know it's you, because like I said, when I saw the subscribe and I saw something else, I'm like, oh. So it's like somebody who's newer, and I'm like, okay, well, let me not get her confused with somebody else. Okay, got it. All right. So will I be moving next month? Will Margaret be moving next month? Keep in mind, time is fluid, so you don't always have a definitive answer when it comes to these type of things. But let's just see what comes out. Hey P, what's up? All right, for Margaret. Hmm. I'm getting a yes. I feel like refresh my memory. Did I? Okay, I'm gonna give you an answer and let me know if I said something super similar to this because the energy is still showing up again if I saw this before. So I'm getting that yes, you are going to be moving, but you're gonna have to be very, very assertive. You're gonna have to be very, very dominant and like in your energy of like, okay, I want that apartment and I have to put in an offer for it or whatever. If it's a house or whatever. So on and so forth. Um, Reject offers that seem amiss. You're gonna have to use your discernment here is what I'm getting. Like there's a right offer that's going to come towards you that is going to actually be what it is that you're meant to go towards, whereas you might get some shitty offers where you're not supposed to go towards those. So like it's almost giving me like you know rejection is God's protection. So let's say there's an apartment or a house that you really like and then you don't get approved for it or something like that, or somebody beats you to the punch or something like that. I'm getting something like this. So if that happens, just understand that there's a good chance that that was just not the one for you. I know it sounds very cliche, but hear me out. There might be something wrong with the place. And then you realize, oh shit, there's a reason why that didn't work out. And then all of a sudden you're gonna be like, oh shit, oh, this new opportunity like kind of sits on your lap and you're like, oh wait, this is nice. And then you look, you're like, ooh, like the money might be like a little bit less or something like that, or like it's more bang for your buck kind of thing. I'm getting something like that. So yeah, you might have to like reject some offers, but there is this energy of moving. Like literally, we got the chariot here, which represents movement. So and success as well. So if this has been like kind of an ongoing thing for a while, yeah, I feel like this was like an ongoing thing for a while. Um, definitely make sure that you don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Think things through, and then go after what it is that you really want. And there will be success and victory. So there's a good chance that it could happen, next month. Now keep in mind, time is fluid, right? So it's kind of keep that in mind. It could be more so the energy associated with when this opportunity presents itself that this is what they want you to pay attention to, right? Let's not put so much emphasis on will it happen next month. I hope that makes sense. All right, so Tamasha is here and she remembered. All right, so Tamasha is gonna get her free 3-card spread. So Tamasha, what do you want to know? Thanks for the extra insight, Margaret. So there is something happening here. You know, maybe the rejections and stuff was like stuff that happened a lot in the past, and it's just been like, again, like I said before, like a long time coming. Like, when are things gonna get better, right? Like, just I'm just waiting. I'm trying to be patient here, and but it looks good. It looks good. All right. So Tamasha, are you here? Yes. There you go. All right. So for Tamasha, since you wanted, or you're getting the 3 card spread, I'm gonna do recent, past, current, and future for you. All right. So recent, past, we have the Knight of Wands. Interesting. And I'll pull all the cards and I'll explain what I feel like they're saying. Oh, I see. Okay. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna actually read them as I go. I'm getting that for a long time you wanted to move away from the situation, and that's the truth. I'm happy I decided to go with what I just decided to do. That's the truth. Ace of Swords is all about truth and clarity, and the Judgment as well. Truth and clarity. Final Judgment card. You are like, I don't want to do this shit anymore. You know, Ace of Pentacles here. You know, maybe they're gonna pay you out or something like that, or you know, because you're asking about retirement. So you know, maybe this is just something that you've been waiting on, like the right opportunity or something like that. I'm getting. Um, so what's the incoming energy? Or actually, the current. What's the current energy? What's the current? Yeah, it looks like you're gonna retire from there. You're just waiting for something. I don't know if you're waiting for some type of paperwork or something like that. But this 6 of Pentacles is literally about receiving something, in particular, some type of money. Um, So yeah, you're about to be paid off. I don't know if this is something that's been in the works for a while or something, but yeah, there's about to be some, like, after a period of maybe like, you know, waiting for a minute now. Maybe you're about to be the one to be a little more proactive and be like, look, so what's up? Like, I don't know. There may be like some type of discussion that needs to be had or something. You got the Temperance, like finding a sense of peace and balance within yourself, within the situation, you know, trying to just balance it all out. Like, okay, let's say you've been with this place for a long ass time. You're just like, look, I want to leave amicably. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, I'm taken care of. I want to make sure that I've left this place in a high note, so on and so forth. Getting something like that. Yeah. Like, you want to make sure that it aligns with where you're trying to go when you leave out of here. You're really trying to end on a high note is what I'm kind of getting. Let me know if that makes sense so far. Excuse me. So, what's going on in the future of likely outcome? Very, very interesting. So we have the Knight of Swords, which is about, yeah, departure. It's about leaving something, right? It's this energy of, you know, seizing these new opportunities, and yeah, going after what it is that you want. Um, Making a final judgment call, so to speak. Yeah, and this is going to be something that's going to allow you to really, you know, be in this place of feeling like the Queen of Cups, somebody who's emotionally, you know, happy. You know, I feel like you put a lot of time and effort into whatever this was. Yeah, look, like, you got the Queen of Cups and you got the Empress. Like, you're gonna be able to just, you know, focus on other things. Like, let's say if you have like grandkids and stuff like that, like, now you're going to be able to focus on things like that. You know, you might have something that you can give to them. Like, I'm getting something like that, giving to your family, really being in that nurturing, you know, mother space, maternal space. I'm getting something like that. You know, this is something that you worked really hard at for a long time. This Magician card here, you manifested this. This is something you visualized. Like, I want to make sure that when I leave and retire from a job, that I worked my ass off, and I, you know, I did what I needed to do so that I have something to give to my people, my family. I'm getting something like that. So this looks pretty good. I will say that this looks nice, and I do feel like you're going to retire from there. So let me know if that resonated and if you found it helpful. And thank you for tapping in at that last reading. And this is what I'm going to start doing now, guys. This is what I'm going to start doing for those of you, because I'm going to start doing a collect when I'm in the mood. And I always make sure I say it in the beginning of a reading. If I'm going to do 2 readings, it'll be the collective first and then these readings, right? So what I'm going to start doing is it's a little bit of bribery, okay? It's a little bit of ABA therapy. But no, let me stop. But no, seriously. You watch the collective reading, and then by the end of the reading, you get a password, and then you get a free reading. Okay? So you saw that a couple people received that free reading. You know what I mean? And then I keep going. You still get your free stuff too, but it will be more in depth when you actually are supporting the channel and not just wanting something for free all the time, right? So it's a give and take. It's an exchange of energy. I can't do everything by myself, guys. We gotta meet each other halfway. We talked about this. I'm not asking for much, right? Just watch the readings, because a lot of times you're going to get something out of it. It's not like you're just watching for shits and you're just watching to be bored, right? um yeah, I know it sounds kind of crazy, right? I just came up with it today on the fly. I was like, you know what, at the end of the reading, I see some people there, and they stayed the whole time. They're conversing with me back and forth, and I'm like, you know what, you guys, I think you've earned it. You know what I mean? Not to say you guys haven't, but what I'm trying to say is, because there's people who do come in and out constantly, and they just want the free stuff, but they don't actually watch the other content, and that does hurt the metrics, right? So I'm just saying that you guys heard it here first. This is going to be a new little thing I'm going to try and see how it goes, and hopefully it works out well, because we're building the channel, right? And I want to make sure that I'm there for you guys, and I want you guys to work on the same things when it comes to me building this nice little rapport here that we have going on, because I love y'all. So I want to keep that momentum going. All right, so let's see. So we have morning here. I hope you're still here, because I know I tend to talk a little too much. Uh, okay, so morning, when you say international, working internationally or traveling internationally for this year, are you talking about the remainder of this year, or are you talking about like next year? Because I feel like this year is already over for me. When I say this year, I'm talking about next year now. Okay. Hey, morning. So are we talking about like for the remainder of this year, babe? Or for next year? Remainder of this year. Okay. Thank you for that. So I could make sure I answered the question, the way that it needs to be answered. Okay. So morning. Travel internationally for work at any point at the remainder of this year. The remainder of this year. Excuse me. Oops, something flipped. What was that? Oh. I don't think I'm gonna take all of those. That's like, right. Let me see what it. Oh, wait. I'm not sure where this is going. So I'm gonna probably put these back, because it just flipped like by accident. I don't know if you've been thinking about leaving a job. Maybe that's why you're asking, will you travel for work, like maybe for a new position? I'm going to pull another card though, because I don't know if that's what this is saying. Because these cards could have just been completely just by accident. But it's almost giving me like there's a severance of ties with something else so that you have a new opportunity. I'm getting something like that. But I don't know if that's actually what's happening here. So, and being that how they came out in the middle of the deck, like they flipped while I was shuffling, I'm not sure. Not sure. That's what it is. Okay. You're getting transferred. So if that's the case, I'm getting a yes, but I'm still gonna pull a card just to make sure, because like I wasn't able to pick up on what was going on there. I'm like getting this Ace of Pentacles, so that looks great. Looks like there's a raise involved in everything, but then there's like a severance of ties of some sort. So if that's the case, then that looks like a yes. Yeah, it's a yes. And I feel like you wanted this. I think you wanted this with the Star card here. Yeah, it's almost like you had to release something. Like I don't know what happened, at the other department, but like, yeah, I feel like something just didn't feel right there. You weren't happy, and you knew that you had to kind of let go in some kind of way, or there was a new opportunity that presented itself, and you went towards it, and you're trying to remain optimistic. Maybe there's a little bit of fear attached to, about like what to do, how to go from there. Yeah, so you do ultimately have the choice of what's going to happen, but like I do feel like you feel hopeful about it, and they're saying that there's going to be something promising here, including raises and things like that, and just feeling a lot more happier just in general too. I'm getting. So yes, that's nice. See, let me read those comments. So that's what it is. Okay. See, that makes a lot more sense, because I'm like, there's something that's amiss, but I can't figure out what it is, because there's new money coming in, but then you're asking me about if you're going to travel for work. So like that makes all the sense in the world now. I'm like, okay, great. So that's great. This looks good. All right, so we still got a couple months left of the year, so I'm gonna cross my fingers really really tight for you. It looks good. It looks really good. So yeah, I wish you luck in advance, because I think that's gonna look great for you. Thank you for trusting me, and thank you for being a continued supporter as well. Because like I said, I make a mental note of all the names. All right, so we have 28. I've seen your name before too. So we have the question is, I hope you're still here. Does Marcus? I'm just gonna say Marcus because I think it says Moran or Moran. Have a yes, I remember you asking this question before, and I think that the question and the answer is always the same. Because I believe, if I remember correctly, if you are who I think you are, it's your boss, or somebody who's like higher up than you, and you're trying to make a good impression, if I remember correctly. And the answer is always yes. But let's just see. But they also are jealous of you in some kind of way, like they feel like you're coming up too quick or something. I remember these things, guys. I pay attention. Like, like I don't just do this just for play. Like I actually pay attention to the questions. I pay attention to your names. I tap in. So let's just see what comes up though. Let me know if I'm getting you like confused with somebody else, because I believe that was the narrative that has presented itself before. Okay. Yep. So we do have this energy of the Eight of Pentacles, which they look at you as somebody, and I feel like I said this before, they look at you as somebody who's very hardworking. Oh, okay. There's another person. But see, I remember your name, but the question is very, very similar, right? There's these people who are working higher up than you, and you're trying to figure out how they view you. And the thing is, like, you're the fucking shit. I don't know if like you're worried about like, are you good enough or something? But you're fucking great. They know you're the shit. You got to start seeing that for yourself, because with that Eight of Pentacles, that's somebody who is so good at their craft or whatever it is that they do. Like they see so much potential in you. I honestly feel like at some point you're gonna end up having a higher higher position at some point. They're gonna probably give you a raise at some point, or like a promotion. I'm picking up on that. They've been watching you, they've been studying you, and like, yeah, you changed the name, but it's still the same energy. It's like, there's these people who are paying super close attention to you, and like, yeah, they something's about to happen. It's gonna be something positive. So just keep kicking ass and taking names, doing what you're doing, because there's about to be some type of good news coming in with this Page of Wands. Yeah, just so you don't think I'm just making up shit and I'm just telling you stuff just to say it. Like that card represents good news, being optimistic about something. Like keep on doing what you're doing. Like don't even worry about the opinions of others. Honestly, at this point, like you're doing such a great job of what you do, and people see it. You know what I mean? People are really paying attention and taking heed to the energy that you bring to the work dynamic. Keep doing what you're doing because by questioning yourself too much, you don't want to discredit yourself energetically, right? People see how great you are. That's already the thing. Like people see this. You could change the names in there if you want to. The point is, they see something in you that you might not see in yourself, and there will be people who might get jealous, even the higher ups. We talked about that. But you're great at what you do. Give yourself more credit. Is what I'm kind of getting. Like instead of trying to figure out how other people view you, make sure you view yourself as well as everybody else, because you're a big fucking deal is what I'm getting. So thank you for being here again. I am definitely grateful for your continued support, because like I said, I remember these things, these conversations and stuff. I pay attention. So keep on being real kick-ass with what you've been doing. All right, so we have P here. Okay. So for Prav, they want to know if Sahib is seeing anyone else seriously at this time. If I remember correctly, the last time it was like they had just got out of something. But let's see what pops up now. They looks like they moved on from this person. I feel like I remember that energy from before, but I'm gonna confirm. So I also feel like they might be at this time focusing more so on work than in their own happiness within themselves rather than dating. I'm getting something like that as well. Yeah, they made a head over heart decision to remove themselves from something else. That's what I'm kind of getting. Yeah. So I don't. Yeah, they're working on themselves right now. They're healing from things from the past. It could be stuff that you guys had going on and stuff like that. Um, yeah, I don't know if there was marriage at all involved, at like whether it was you or the other person, or if it's just more so they're kind of challenging their ways of thinking, their value systems and things like that, their belief systems. But they're really like just analyzing a lot of things in their lives. They're trying to figure out what it is they want when it comes to a higher level of commitment is what I'm getting. Um, if marriage was involved, I feel like they divorced somebody or ended something that was relatively serious, but they realized that that's not what they wanted. And like I said, I do feel like they're kind of focused more so on career and finance right now, as opposed to love. So they might be a little bit closed off at this time. But I do feel like if they were dealing with somebody else, like I don't think they're doing that anymore, is what I'm getting. Let me know that sounds like it might make sense. And I hope it was helpful. Excuse me. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, I don't think it's. I wasn't really picking up on marriage either. I think it's like it was probably like a higher level of commitment, though. We had an argument, hadn't talked since. Yeah, so it's like I don't like that. Even that energy that showed up might have been like I don't know how long you guys were together for. Maybe that's more so what's showing up. But either way, he's not dealing with anybody right now. I'm getting more so he's focused on himself at this time and working on like healing. Yeah. So, it could have been like super recent, like could have even been you guys, like, and it's showing up in the reading, like as like he's not dealing with you right now. Right now, he's just like, oh, I just need to focus on myself. And if there was somebody else involved at all, who he was like somewhat serious with, that person, or he might be just reevaluating what it is that he wants when it comes to a more serious relationship. I'm getting that too. So yeah, one thing with these type of readings is like, I can only go based off of what's being presented, so I appreciate you too, honey. So I do hope that it made sense at least, you know what I mean? Like, either way, I don't feel like he's dealing with anybody right now. That was the main question, right? So I don't feel like he is. um I do feel like he's just focused on himself right now. So, you know maybe when he gets his head out of his ass, he'll realize that he has something good on his hands. And you know if you're willing to even take him back, right? Like, maybe, you guys will be in the same 5 5 5 5. When I said that, maybe you guys will be in the same headspace, want the same things at that time. But this person definitely needs to do some work first, is what I'm getting. All right, so with all that said, I'm tired and I'm hungry. What time is it? 7:30 ish. I don't. Yeah, it be like that sometimes, right? Yeah, I definitely understand what you mean by that. Sometimes, you gotta get your shit off your chest, or you just need to hear that one thing that needed to be said, and you're like, okay, I got what I needed out of that. Okay, I'm all set. It's what we call closure. It happens. But yeah, so we'll see what happens, right? All right, so I think that might be it. Yeah, I think I answered all the questions. I definitely reviewed it a couple of times just to make sure I didn't miss anybody, especially like the couple of people who were still like from the previous reading. So there was one other person, but they didn't make it to this one, so I still owe them, I guess. Hopefully they remember to like tap in later, but or another time I should say. But yeah. I'm trying to think. Should I give you guys some last messages to close out, and then that like a collective thing, and then that will be it? Um, okay, if I do that, what do I feel drawn to? That's the question. Um, let's make it very, very straight to the point. I think that we're gonna go with the Soul's Journey deck here, which is like very, very, yeah, straight to the point. It gives like an affirmation essentially. Um, kind of, hey ego, how are you? All right. So before I do that, you came at the right time, Eagle. Right on time, because I was about to close this out. All right. Eagle wants to know, is RKW upset with them? I'm good, thank you. I'm good. I'm happy that you were able to tap in. Let's see. Okay, I ain't gonna stunt. I'm getting a yes. I'm getting a yes, and I'm also getting this person is like so fucking. Oh. All right. I don't know who this person is to you. Like, I don't know if they're a boss or like a father figure of some sort, or if they're just like an Aries, or just like somebody who's like super, just like somebody who you have a hard time kind of like. I don't want to use the word impressing. It's not really the right word, but like you care about this person's opinion of you. I'm getting something like that. This person knows how to like get in your head a little bit to try to kind of like, make you feel like you have to do stuff a certain way. And if you don't do it like that, then they really will make you feel like bad about it. Like, shit, I really fucked up, didn't I? Like, they're very stern, very stoic almost. Getting something like that. And if this is work related, then like, yeah, they might be upset with you. Yeah, I'm getting something like that. But the thing is this, they also look at you as somebody who is very, very worthy, right? Like, so they might be upset with you about something. I don't know what they're upset about you with. If this is work related, because I'm seeing a lot of pentacles here, so it could be work related. If it's work related, or if this, like I said, a paternal figure of some sort, it's like, I put so much energy into this person, and like I still care about this person. They're very worthy and they're so great, but then you did something that pissed them off. I don't know what this thing is, but it's very interesting. It's giving me something like that. I'm hoping that makes sense, because I can't get, like, I'm definitely getting, like, yes, they're upset with you, but it's more like I'm trying to pry a little bit and figure out why they're upset with you, or what the relationship with you and this person is. But I am getting that they might be upset with you. Yeah. As my grandmother would say, tough titty. Let me know if that made any sense. Uh, he wants to know, you see tarot as a form of psychological thinking. Interesting. Like, what is going on in the person's psyche? To an extent, yes. It's very interesting, because it's like our energy, like our energy, all of us, our energy is tied in my opinion, to an extent to our psyche. So, for instance, if a person were to ask a question such as, "You're welcome, Eagle. I'm happy that made sense," because I was like, I don't know where this is going, but I hope that, like, it's making sense. Okay, I'm happy it made sense, and thank you for trusting me and being here. So what I was gonna say is, when every reader is different, but like for me, I do tap into a lot of different things. So like I tap into the overall, like, aura, right, of the person that I'm like trying to connect with and stuff like that. So like that's why with me, when I read, for instance, I don't need pictures. I don't. The best thing that you can give me is a name. I don't need birthdays. I don't need signs. Nothing like that. Like, even like the fact that you guys are all under screen names, I can still connect with your energy. That not every reader. I'm not like tooting my own horn or anything like that. It's more just every reader connects differently. There's readers who connect with birthdays. There's readers or signs. There's readers who connect with pictures. So with me, I all I need is literally just the energy of the when I. That's why I stare at the screen. I have to stare at that question. Like, I don't see the things above it or below it when I'm reading from here or looking here. And then sometimes I'll break that connection, and I'll look over here to make sure I didn't miss anything on my computer when I'm doing these type of readings. So like, in that moment, I'm connecting with the energy of the person that's asking me the question. I'm connecting with, if they're asking about another person, I'm connecting with that energy. That's why I say stuff like, well, remember, there's free will involved here. So even if, let's say, you're asking, oh, does somebody else, does so and so, still have feelings for me? Do they want to reach out? I can give you an answer based on that energy that is at this time presented, based on the energy I pick up from them, their aura, their what's going on in their head. So yes, depending on how a person reads, they can tap in psychologically to a person. It's very, very weird and kind of crazy, because I didn't think I could do this until a few years ago. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I used to be able to like read minds and stuff like that, and I'm like, wow, now I get it. I'm connected a little bit more than I ever thought I was. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, like, there's definitely a connection to the psyche of another person, and that's why I make sure when I talk to you guys on here, especially when it comes to like, for instance, asking the same question too many times. People do that all the time. They'll ask the same question over and over, or they ask other readers, a gazillion other readers. Like, I'm not knocking you, for those of you who do that, because I've done it too. Not knocking anybody, but what I'm saying is, what happens is that energy becomes diluted over time, right? So what happens is, if you're going to too many people, you're asking the same question over and over, every time you ask that question, the energy changes every single time. So, because it's based on, again, what's happening for the person who's asking. The querent is what that's called. The querent, who you're asking about or what you're asking about, so on and so forth. Energy changes and shifts. That's the only constant. So, even your frame of mind where you're asking the question can change. Therefore, you can get a different outlook or insight, answer, so on and so forth, for that same question, right? So, you know what I mean? Like, even myself, like, I'll find myself asking the same question, whether it's I do my own readings or if I go to another person. I'm like, okay, bitch, you didn't ask that same question about your little crush at work about 5 times. Stop it. Either he has a crush or he doesn't. Like, just stop. Because I do have a crush on this little cutie pie at my job. He is so fine. But anyway, that definitely, was asking my fellow readers, like who I'm close to, like, girl, can you look at so and so for me? And they're like, girl, you need to stop asking about. You see how I'm getting giddy like a little fucking high schooler, but you see what I'm saying? It's like it's all about energy and getting into the psyche. So yes, you're absolutely right. And I know that was like a very worded, long-winded answer, but you get me, right? You get me. So I love when you guys ask like these type of questions too, because it's like it's not just you guys want to understand more, and that's what I'm here for. Um, it's really cool. And that's so true. It's so true. Because, like, even, like, you know, girl knows there because he is so fine. He is so cute. I'm almost 40. I got a fucking crush. This is so crazy. But, anywho, enough about me. But no, seriously, like, there's so many different things like that come up in the cards. It could be the images on the cards, right? Um, what signs, like, elemental signs that a card could represent, right? Like the swords represent, for instance, air energy, like all those different things. Like there's times where I read for somebody and I'm just like, I'm just getting somebody who might have played a lot of mind games that was very emotionally manipulative. And I'm like, and I see, like, say for instance, like I see the King of Swords, and then I might see, like, I don't know, Three of Swords. I'm like, oh, there's definitely some emotional manipulation here. And then I get the King of fucking Cups in the reverse. Oh, I'm like, oh, this guy was a fucking asshole. Like, I just know this guy was a dick. Playing all the mind games. Like, sorry, man. I can pick up on it. There's times where I'm so accurate, and again, not tooting my own horn or anything, but there's times where I'm so accurate down to the sign or the things that a person, especially love readings, the things that a person could have done, even career readings sometimes, like the type of person doesn't tell me what they do for work, and I'm like, I'm picking up on the teacher or counselor, and they're like, that's me. I'm like, well, shit, showing up in the reading, like things like that. So between the energy of, like I said, the person, the current, the energy of the people around them that they're asking about, so on and so forth, where they are mentally. Yeah, it could get really distorted too, if a person's not where they need to be. So it's a lot. It could get to be a lot. But yes, yep, you girl, you got it right. Cause I'm like, damn, be hot as hell in that damn classroom. I'm like, damn, it ain't even hot in here right now. I ain't fighting no kids or nothing right now. But damn, he walked by with that little cute little tight ass butt, and I'm just like, ooh, and those shoulders. And I was like, damn. He a sexy motherfucker. But anyway, I just heard Prince, you sexy motherfucker. Doom, 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 doom. But anyway, now I'm just bullshitting with y'all. But I'm about to get ready to exit. Um, all right. So before I do that, because my girl Ari is here, and Ari has been a great supporter on here, so I gotta make sure I look out for her. All right, Ari. So your question is, Jasmine, I feel like I remember this person. What? Messy. Okay, so I will answer the question without. All right. So let me regroup, because that question is threw me for a loop. Okay, bars. Teaching kids about rhyming right now at the job. It's kind of funny, but like, wow, that definitely rhymes. But anyway, so let me let that energy go, because if we were homegirls, I'd just be like, girl, absolutely fucking not, fuck her. Like, I would say something like that. But because I'm your reader, I have to be impartial here. Okay, so for Ari. Get out of my own feelings and not be all caught up. As a matter of fact, I got my little bell here. Ugh. Cleanse the energies just a little bit, because I got, this is me more so cleansing myself, not even like the room itself. Like, that just threw me for a fucking loop when I saw that, because that's a lot. Mm. All right, I did see the moon while I was shuffling. Just gonna let you know that that's about secrets. Mm. Yes, they were. And they were very deceiving, manipulative. We got this, before I even pull a card, we got the Seven of Swords. That's about moving in some funny ass energy right there. I don't like it. I don't like it. She's shisty. That's the word I just heard. Shisty. Yeah, the way the cards split. Yeah. I'm getting that. Okay. Let me explain what I'm picking up on, and I'll let you know. So what I'm getting is this person, they knew how to kind of, I'm getting a couple things, ride on your coattails in some kind of way, but also knew how to be like, in a way, emotionally manipulative is what I'm picking up on. Like maybe they knew how to use your relationship, like the way that, like how long you guys have been friends or something like that, or the seriousness of your friendship, as a way to like hold on to you, um and to maybe get things out of you or something, is what I'm kind of getting something like that. And that's the truth, because Ace of Swords is here on the top of the deck. So not cute at all. Yeah, I feel like you I think you have been the one that had to like kind of find a sense of strength to kind of distance yourself with the strength card in the middle of the deck, just so you don't think I'm lying. um but I'm getting something along those lines, like bothers me. Yeah, she sounds like somebody who likes to gaslighter, and a narcissist possibly even. Mm, yeah, that's wild. Yeah, let's put it this way, like if you distance yourself from this person already, you definitely like dodged that bullet. Like that was definitely not a relationship or friendship that you needed to work on or, foster. Because in fact, the reading I did prior to this was all about, and it's a very quick one in comparison to my most of my readings. It was only about a half hour long, but it was talking about its messages from the higher self, and it was talking about essentially the higher self is trying to warn some of you guys who do resonate with that reading, the fact that there are people or situations in your life that you need to release yourself from. And they're like, look, there's situations that are depleting you of your energy, that make you feel like crap, and you know this already. You know this, man. Like, you know this. Like, why are you? And one of the cards that came out was a card about self-preservation. Like, this is a time to preserve your energy. There's no need to keep holding on to relationships or situations, whatever, people, blah 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 blah, in which you know that you're not feeling fulfilled within it, and you know that your energy is being depleted. It's not a good look for you. So if you have all these type of questions and it's showing up right now, you already know this, I'm sure, that this person is jealous, this person is envious, this person wants to, I just heard the word burst your bubble. I'm getting one of those people who like to one up your energy. I'm getting something like that. You give like, oh, hey, guess what, girl? This is going on. Blah, blah, blah. I got this raise, or I got this, I got that. Oh, I met this guy, and then they're like, oh, girl, but like it's like they always want to like dim your light. Like I'm getting something like that. Let me know if that makes sense. But I'm getting something along those lines, and I'm saying this like I'm kind of like speaking a lot right now, but like other people who are here currently might feel the same way about other relationships in their lives too. Hence why you might want to check out the reading I did prior to this one. You might resonate with it. And like I said, that reading is only a half hour long. It's pretty straight to the point in comparison to a lot of my readings. You guys know I could read for 2 hours easily. Just reading, giving you all the insight. But that one was very straight to the point. So let me know if it makes sense. But so I hope that was helpful, girl. Cause my goodness, yeah, I'm happy that you're about to start distancing yourself from that, because that's not healthy. That's not that's not what's up at all. It is hard when you care about people who you had a great friendship, or thought you had a great friendship with, and stuff like that, and you have to start removing yourself. But you gotta do what you gotta do for your own sanity, your well-being. So thank you, girl, for being here. All right, so Erica wants to know, is her sister jealous of her? Sarah. Is Sarah jealous of Erica? Sarah's the most accurate message. And Yvette, thank you for watching that reading. What did you think about that reading? Did you resonate with it? Did you feel like it was helpful? All right, so for Erica, interesting. All right, so I actually am getting that this person wants to make a truce with you. For Erica, I feel like your sister wants to make a truce with you. I feel like there might have been a point in time where they did feel some of that stuff that you're asking about in terms of like jealousy and stuff. I do feel like there was a possibility that they did feel like that, but they're trying to get out of that energy now. Like, and rectify a situation. I think they might come towards you with some type of offer of some sort, possibly an apology or something, or, saying, oh, I want to work on our relationship. I'm getting something like that. And I actually feel like it might be very, very sincere and genuine. I'm going to clarify this card just to make sure, because we got the Page of Cups, which is about an offer of some sort. We also have the Knight of Cups, a lot of emotion here. Eight of Cups in the reverse. So they don't want to give up on the connection, the relationship. And they want to see some new opportunities with you. I feel like, if there was anything about the relationship in which they were like, feeling that type of energy, that negative energy, like they want to make things better is what I'm kind of getting. Let's just clarify this Eight of Cups in the reverse. So I feel like it's almost like a reconciliation, but amongst, excuse me, amongst siblings. Yeah, it's like, it's giving me like extending the olive branch kind of vibe. I don't know if they live at a distance from you at all. You have the Three of Wands. It could just also be saying that you guys are physically distant, like, or, figuratively rather, distant from each other. But they're trying to figure out how to come towards you to work on your relationship. Yeah, they think about this a lot. They have, look, okay. The word that stood out to me when I looked down on this card was the word remorse. Like, I know what this card means, like the back of my hand, but the word that, like, in my mind's eye, when I looked down at this card, the word remorse. Let me just point at it right there for you. Remorse was the card, or the word rather, that was highlighted basically as I looked down at the card. They have remorse about something. They've been doing some soul searching with this Hermit card here. Yeah, I feel like, that distance and stuff that has been created over time, they're now saying to themselves, damn, I really want to reconnect with my sister. And of course, use your own discernment, right? Like, do they have the right motives and things like that? Does it feel genuine when they come back into your space or in your life? Like, they might have the right intentions right now, but is it worth it for you in the end, right? Ask yourself that question. You won't really know until you're in that position. As far as what I can see right now, I do feel like they have, a good intention towards you and working on your connection. Yeah, I feel like they feel so overburdened with this Ten of Wands. They're going through things, and I think they just want their sister. I don't know why I'm feeling like you're their little sister. Are you the little sister? I don't know why I feel like that. Are you the little sister? Knew it, because I can't see your response here, but when I looked here, because I'm just focused on the question itself. And then I look over here, I'm like, is she your big sister? Are you the little sister? And you confirmed exactly what I was picking up on. She's the older sister. Got you. I see. Yeah, she wants to make things better. So again, I do feel like she has good intentions at this time, right? But use your own discernment, of course, because energy shifts and changes, as we were talking about a little while ago. And it's also about what you want for yourself. Do you feel like it's a relationship worth fostering, or is it something that you feel like you need to release and let go of? Hence why a lot of you guys will possibly resonate with the reading I just did before this one. But no, seriously, excuse me. It is definitely giving me that vibe, though. So I do hope that that was helpful, and I wish you luck on that. Possibly reestablishing that relationship with your sister, because it does look positive for the most part. But just again, use your own discernment and follow where you're being guided and where you're being led when it comes to that. Okay. So I did say I wanted to pull, because I do still have the cards here. That was the last private reading, or personal, I should say. I'm just gonna pull one or two from here, and that is it. Very, very straightforward, and this is just for the collective energy. Those who end up watching later, or who are currently here, so on and so forth. And that explains that Ten of Wands energy. Yeah. I'm happy it resonated, Erica. Yeah, definitely do what's best for you. One thing with these that type of stuff, it's like, when people have put us in a position, like exes and things like that, family, whatever, when they've put us in a position where it's like, you kind of force our hand, it's like, yeah, you might have good intentions now, because what? Because you're going through karma, because your life's all fucked up. So that don't got shit to do with me. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. And it's like, you care for them, you love them from a distance, and you're like, okay, I hear your words, I see what you're saying, blah, 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 but I'm good. I wish you the best of luck. I had to do that with a few family members and things, including one of my brothers. My little brother, I'm the oldest, and, I was there for him for a very long time. I helped raise him, and yeah, he can't seem to get off his goddamn high horse, and I'm just like, that's your problem, bro. Like, that has nothing to do with me. I did my job, and then some, because I'm not even your parent. I was like your second parent, so that's on you. Grow the fuck up. How old is he now? 33 now, I think. Like, ain't got shit to do with me anymore. We're grown ups now. Yeah, so be like that sometimes. We gotta do what's best for us. Yeah, gotta do what we gotta do. So these are some last messages for you, lovely, lovely people. Love y'all. As I say, I love y'all. Look, I love y'all. I really mean that when I say it. I don't just say it, blowing smoke. I really do. Building these connections with you guys. I'm learning more about y'all as you guys are on here and stuff. You guys are getting your readings done, and even the collective readings, and like seeing where people are on their journeys and things like that. We have that exchange with each other now, that energetic exchange where we're getting to learn each other and know each other. I'm not just a reader. I actually really care about y'all. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just say that just to blow smoke. So when I say it, I genuinely mean that. It says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. I like that. So that's like an affirmation there. Something you could say to yourself, when it comes to the different situations in your life. Sometimes when, you're feeling low or anything like that, you can remember, love conquers all, right? Um, whether it's, in terms of friends, family, whatever, work, um, self love, even, right? Understanding the importance of how that translates into different areas of your life. Now, granted, just because you love something or someone doesn't mean you have to stay in that situation, right? You can still distance yourself and know that that love is there and then go from there, right? Let me know if that makes sense. But is this something I'm picking up on? Like I said, because this is for the collective now. All right, we have patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. I think a lot of you guys have lost your sense of patience. I definitely understand because that's me right now. Because that card was technically in the reverse. I think that a lot of you guys are just learning this energy of, or this principle, I should say, of saying, okay, I have to temper myself. Some of you might have Sagittarius in your chart. I'm learning this principle and importance of practicing patience, tempering myself, understanding that divine order is at play here and time is at play here. I can't control the narrative of everything in my life. It's also giving me like hanged man energy, surrendering, surrendering control and understanding the things that we can't control and things that we can't, right? It's giving me something along those lines. Yeah. And for some of you, it will have to do with friendship, releasing some of those friendships, ironically enough, because we just talked about that. And even though it says friendship here, I'm also getting family dynamics as well. People who are not just your friend, but their family, or not just your family, but your friend. It's giving me something like that. And it's in the reverse. So those are the relationships that you might be losing your patience with. And it's like, I gotta do what I gotta do, right? It says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. It's in the reverse on the bottom of the deck here. So, there we go. How's that for some confirmations of the things that we were just talking about, right? Along with denial, some of you might have been in denial about this relationship, whatever this was. It says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Yes, being aware that these relationships no longer serve you, right? That's crazy as hell. Yeah, doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. You're not gonna know all the answers, right? But what you do know is your gut feeling. Your intuition. And when something don't feel right, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck, right? You have to acknowledge it. If it doesn't sit right with you, there's a reason for it. And now this is a time to actually practice, what has her practice what you preach. I don't know if you guys are really great at giving advice to other people. Raise his hand. But don't follow your own. I just went through that yesterday at work. In a different context, but I went through that yesterday at work. And yeah, I'm so good for saying something, like using myself as an example in terms of this practice what you preach thing. Like, I will be the first one to tell a coworker or something, or a friend, whatever, family member, oh, you gotta, self-care this. You gotta take care of your vessel, and you have to make sure you're getting rest, and you gotta listen to your body, and all this stuff. It's not bullshit. I was about to say bullshit. It's not bullshit. It's true. Like, these are true things. You can't pour from an empty cup. These are all things that come out of my mouth all the time, on here and in all my other relationships in my life too. I say it to my coworkers all the time. And then who goes trying to watch their ass to work knowing yesterday that they weren't really feeling up to it, and then decides to cry at work because they feel bad and guilty because they need to go home and they don't feel good, and cries in front of the secretary. And I'm like, I'm trying to keep my shit together. I'm like, I need to go home. And she's like, are you okay? I'm just like, she's like, Michelle, if you need to go home, you weren't feeling good yesterday, which would have been on Monday. You weren't feeling good on yesterday. You probably should have got a little more sleep and rest and stuff like that. No problem. You have plenty of sick time, and you're great at what you do. You're a great employee. You do not need to worry about your team. We will figure it out. You need to get rest. And my whole team said the same thing, and I'm just like, but I hate calling out. And they're like, just go home. So again, practice what you preach. Some of y'all might be guilty of that same thing, right? So this is a time to listen to yourself, right? The things that you tell other people, now's the time to practice the same shit. Easier said than done, trust me. I know, and I fucking get it. Monique, I will answer one last one for you because you've been a road dog for a bit, and then I think that will be it. Yep, look, friendship is here again in the reverse. So there you go. But yeah, you guys are awesome. I love y'all. So we have on the bottom of the deck forgiveness, but it's in the reverse. So some of you guys might be struggling with practicing forgiveness, whether it's with your own self or other people around you, including like these friendships and these people in your life that you're trying to like not be mad at and stuff like that. So yeah, we have I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. First card out was love, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And death. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. So sometimes severing those old ties of ways of doing things, ways of thinking, old patterns, old relationships that no longer serve us, so on and so forth. Um, Sometimes that is what is necessary in order to welcome in what's coming in. Keep in mind, we're also in the fall season, which is all about releasing, right? It's all about letting go, surrendering. That's literally what we see in nature right now is the leaves falling off the trees, and we're making, nature is making room for something new. It's a circle of life. It's what needs to happen in order to everything's gonna be barren and dead in order to bring in the new life, right? um Sometimes that's what needs to happen in order to bring in the new, and it's a hard sacrifice to make sometimes, and it's hard when you still care about those relationships and things, or those patterns and ways of doing things. um I just heard grievance. Like there's a grievance that happens, right? When it comes to, either, severing ties with people or even old versions and parts of yourself, right? It's not an easy thing to understand. It's not an easy thing to do, but it does have to be done. And we have perseverance here in the middle of the deck. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Absolutely. So that was a really nice, quick little message for the collective. And now I'm going to answer this last question for Monique. Um, Monique wants to know. Uh, Monique, do you happen to follow, or are you subscribed to, I should say, because that's not the right terminology for this platform. Are you subscribed to Tears and Me Tarot Show by any chance? Let me know in the comment section. She's on here a lot. Like, she's like my homegirl. She's another reader. The reason why I'm asking though is because what you're asking me really resonates with a reading that she just did last night, and you might resonate with that reading. It was really good. I resonated with it myself, but this question that you're asking, no, I would strongly suggest. I'm gonna type it in, and then I would strongly suggest checking her out. Sorry. All right, so that's for all of you guys. Check her out. She's amazing. Um, but yeah, Monique, I think you will definitely like resonate with that reading. That shit was wild. I was like, everything you just asked me, just in that little quick question, that blurb. That's why I paused before I even like started pulling a card or shuffling or anything. I picked up on the energy from that reading to here, and I think you will get some answers, like in-depth answers from that reading. Yeah, somebody tried to see some type of opportunity of some sort, so I'm getting that there's a chance that that might have happened. But let's just see what actually comes out. And hey, intuitive reads by Jen. How are you? Yep, I'm getting a yes, girl. I'm getting it, and that damn Knight of Swords is there again. Yep, Five of Pentacles. That's about conflict and chaos, competition. The card that officially showed up though is the Six of Pentacles, which is about receiving awards and things like that, or what you call it, inheritances and things like that. Wow. So there was a conversation about something. Now, yeah, after, because we got the Five of Cups, so after a death, there was some type of talk, and there's competition here or chaos. Somebody is like not being honest about something or something like that. Watch that reading, girl. It lines up 100% with what she was talking about. She said she was picking up on it being something about siblings too, and competition when it comes to an inheritance. That shit is crazy. So you might want to watch that. So I think that is officially it. I think I answered everything. Feel like it's your mother. Yes, something doesn't sit right. I don't like it. But the fact that like when I saw that question, I literally like stopped in my in my steps, like as I'm about to like shuffle the cards. I was like, hold up. I literally started like my brain, the way that it was like pulling parts from that reading, like and weaving it into a story. I'm like, girl, you might want to check that out for sure. So type in Tears and Wheat Tarot Show and look up the one. It's from yesterday. I can't remember the title, but yeah, I don't remember the title. But it was like at this point it would have been from about a little more than 24 hours ago. Check it out. Good stuff. So I think that's it. Yeah, I'm tired and I'm hungry. I only ate once today, so and I was at like 1 o'clock. So yeah, I'm tired. But yeah. So with all that said, I love you guys. Like I said before, you guys are the best. Um, couldn't possibly ask for more when it comes to you guys. You guys are the shiznit. Thank you for entertaining my shenanigans, because you guys know how I could get. I could get a little funny on here and stuff, and you guys entertain it and keep it going. I like that. Um, asking, really great inquisitive questions and really wanting to learn more about this type of thing and stuff like that. And not just asking questions about, whatever's going on with you, but like wanting to know more, right? Wanting to get insight about deeper things, which I really appreciate. That's what I'm here for, As a guide, I feel like that's my main focus, is to make sure that when you guys come on here, you guys leave here and feel like you got something out of it. And when you guys give me something back in return in terms of, again, asking like those more thoughtful questions, or being there for like the collective readings and so on and so forth, and just showing up, and sticking around. There's still 5 people here. I'm not even answering any questions right now. You guys are still here. So it's like, it shows me that you guys, you know, really care about this channel, and I care about you guys. So I appreciate y'all, and yeah, so enjoy the rest of your evenings. We're just past 8 o'clock here on the East Coast. I'm not sure what time it is for you guys, but yeah, it's a little after 8 o'clock on the East Coast. So yeah, I love you guys, and you guys get some rest. Today's Wednesday, so I might show up again maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then Saturday. But yeah, so until next time, my darlings, I will see y'all, and yeah. Mwah. Good night. Bye.